you're not going to get a hold of the stress unless you get a hold of your sleep first. It's really that simple. So that's the first place that I'll always start with people, is working on their sleep. You need to go through about 4 to 5 cycles of night of sleep, which is your light sleep, your REM, your deep, and then you wake up. And it takes about 90 minutes to get through each one of those. And you want to get 4 or 5 cycles every single night. REM is kind of simplistically where your brain is healing, and deep is where your body is healing. That's why when I talk to you about using those trackers, we kind of look at those as kind of some guidelines. But everybody's different. What we do know for the most part is everybody needs more than 6 hours. Most people need 7 to 8 hours. There's a slight gene mutation in very, very few people that allows them to have less than that. And I'm just going to say with a lot of confidence that you don't have it. You need your sleep. And you need uninterrupted sleep as well. Yet about a third of US adults aren't getting the minimum amount of sleep that they want. And I actually question that number because I feel like it's probably higher. Because every time I talk to somebody and I say, how are you sleeping? It's like, oh, I'm so tired. I'm just not getting enough sleep. But it's interesting because we kind of hold sleep as a badge of honor like we do our stress, right? You know, that venti coffee wasn't created for a farmer in Greece. It was created for a stressed out mom or somebody who was in corporate America. So why do you care? Why do you care about your sleep? You care about everybody else, but why do you care about you? Why do you care about your sleep? Because you're not going to reach any of your goals, whether they're financial, relational, physical, emotional, if you aren't getting enough sleep. It's causing problems when you have lack of sleep with learning, focusing, reacting, making decisions, let alone good decisions, solving problems, remembering things, and coping well with change and emotions and behaviors, which is a big one. Don't you always see that when you're overtired, you cry a lot, you can't make good decisions, you have brain fog? Those of you who are in perimenopause and menopause right now and you're concerned about brain fog and things like that, a lot of that can go back to your sleep. So lack of sleep is negatively impacting things like your cardiovascular system, your endocrine system, your immune system, your nervous system. It can be held at least partially responsible for the increase in obesity and type 2 diabetes in our country. In fact, you are not going to lose the weight if you don't first fix your sleep. You just won't, because your body thinks that you're in constant fight or flight. You know, you're storing up for the winter, or you're running from a bear because you aren't getting enough of that rest that's really important. So it starts to store your fat and hold on to that. So you have to first fix your sleep. So anybody wants to kind of guess why we're not getting enough sleep? One of the main reasons why we're not getting enough sleep. If you're at home, you're probably on it right now. It's your phone.